For us, time is muscle. It's huge for us. Since our diagnosis, we are racing against the clock. What are the things that we want to do as a family that we might not be able to do even next summer? For every Canadian living with Duchenne, time really is muscle. And having the ability to access safe and effective treatments can make all the difference. Because Duchenne is a progressive disease, the sooner these treatments can be made available, the better. A life with effective and appropriate treatment might mean the difference between being ambulatory or having to rely on a wheelchair. It could mean the difference between being able to feed yourself or not feed yourself. It could mean the difference in muscle strength and overall quality of life and longevity. My name's Linnea. My son's name is Maverick. We had noticed that he was a little bit delayed in his gross motor skills. He wasn't jumping, he wasn't running. We brought up our issues with multiple doctors, but they at one point was like, "Oh, you're just coddling him." We're glad that we have answers now, but we wish that we had gotten them a lot sooner so that I didn't second guess my parenting.
I started noticing that he would not be able to lift from the floor without help, and he was not crawling like other kids. Then I expressed a concern to my family doctor, but he was saying, "No, it's going to be fine. He's going to start walking soon. You don't worry."
It was really devastating to hear that news. It seems like your world goes upside down. But in the hindsight of things, now that I think back, is at least we got the diagnosis early. At least it gave us a little bit more time to prepare for what's coming ahead. We think about it, we talk about it.
It was just a normal pediatrician visit. I was 2 years old. I started walking down the hallway, and the pediatrician noticed that my walking was a little off. I started in a drug trial in London with Dr. Campbell, and so that's how we got introduced to him. And I've been doing clinical trials with them since I was 11 years old. Now that I'm almost done university, trying to figure out how to live on my own, or if I should be living with my parents and getting all the proper equipment that you need. I don't know if you can see in the back right here, that's my Hoyer lift to help me get in and out of bed because I'm not able to walk anymore. I'm in my wheelchair full time.
There's no question that time is muscle. While not every treatment is going to be appropriate for every boy with Duchenne, having the ability to access those that could make a meaningful difference in the progression of their disease, their ability to remain independent, their overall quality of life, and ultimately their longevity must be made available in Canada as quickly as possible.
I would say for me, time is muscle. It means that when in Duchenne, usually the kids would gain skills till the age of 5. After that, muscle would start degrading with time. Every minute, every hour, they are losing some muscle.
We'll see our child's condition degrade every day, little by little. It's not going to be a quick process for us. And even to digest that, it's a lot harder than it looks. We might be very happy at the front face with people, but I bet you every day, we think about it. There's a thought in us, what is the future going to look like?
We want to do everything we can while we can. My son is so young. He is still ambulatory. He doesn't really know what this disease holds. The way we see it is we don't know what this disease holds. So we just live moment by moment, trying to have hope because that's all we can do, really.
So definitely what time is muscle means to me is that it does really degenerate quite fast, because I was able to stand up out of my chair and walk a few steps in 2019. And then 2 years later, I wasn't able to anymore. That's how quickly that stuff can go away. Although I may not be very eligible for a lot because I'm so much older and I'm not ambulatory. Making sure that it's available and here in Canada for the next generation is super important. Just to put this simple, without enhanced treatment in the next 5 years would be bad. Just flat out, because I can tell you, I'm currently in a drug trial and I get an infusion once a month. But let me tell you, the weeks before I get the infusion again, it can be very hard to do all the same physical things that I do. And then the week after I get the treatment, it's like I have so much more energy and just feel much better.
We are, trying to find those therapies to help him cope with these things. And we're on wait lists for those, which really suck because we need them and we need those tools now. But if we don't have treatment, then that means that those therapies are going to be needed even more, which also costs a lot of money.
Time as a muscle, for example, I tie it to the medications, right? I tie it to all the essential stuff that is out there but not approved here, which is really essential with some benefits over regular steroids. I feel it's very, very, very unjust for us at times, right? When some things are out there and we are not able to utilize that.
We are working closely with Health Canada and the other bodies that are responsible for approving treatments to find ways to accelerate the process, to reduce the cost, and to make access, particularly to drugs for rare disease like Duchenne, available more quickly because they are urgently required.